Ahoy hoy, it's the other Jason. I'm here in what I would say is the hardest track in iRacing in the easiest car in iRacing. So this should be a fun combo, right? I'm here in Bathurst in the Star Mazda, obviously.
Hello, everyone.
And I am the worst driver in this split. The car 16 is 16. Decent qualifying time. There's a couple guys. There's only 3 people that qualified behind me, I think. But at least 2 of the guys in front of me are miles faster than me. All right, here we go.
Green, green, green. We have 10
See
to
if
go.
we can make it over the mountain at least once. Then I will consider it a successful day. So far, so good. Very clean through there. I guess the advantage of being the worst car in the top split is I'm not racing with the people in the bottom split. So yay for that. All right. And I'm just gonna stay. I'm not gonna push anything for at least a lap here. Let's get single file. Let's get single file. Come on. All right. I've done a couple other races here this week. One of them, I got murdered in turn 1. One of them was alright, it just wasn't very entertaining. I touched a wall, needed some repairs, and then did a bunch of hot lapping. A little more sideways than I'd like there. Alright, that was fun. Now to relax. You know, I've mentioned once or twice I'd like to get a pulse monitor going during a race. I don't know if that'll ever actually happen, but just kind of to prove that point, I took my pulse before this race. It was 130. And by that I mean just sitting on the grid, thinking about racing and just preparing for it, 130. If you have access to a pulse monitor, if you have a smartphone that can do it, you should take your pulse before a race. You might be surprised. My resting pulse is, you know, the 60s somewhere. But apparently, I get pretty nervous when I'm about to race. I'm surprised at how this is going. It seems like the whole race is kind of single file and pretty clean. I might have a decent chance to get past these guys. Now, it's really important on this track to notice how people are running their line. Like, I noticed this guy in front of me a little bit slower down the hill than I like to go, and he braked at least last time a good bit more than I did going into the elbow, so I need to make sure I give him some room there and don't try to carry my full momentum. Ooh. Lucky I didn't blow my engine. I just double tapped the shift lever. Very easily could have blown my engine. Could be a decent race, this guy in front of me. I like the equivalent pace here, but of course that probably means he's a little bit faster than me, and I'm just stuck to his draft. He's definitely faster out of the elbow than I am.
Frank, are you stupid?
I went in way too deep in that last corner. Oy. Alright. I need to follow my own advice, something I tell I've noticed in friends recently when I've been spotting them in races is don't drive the guy's line in front of you. You know, if you're if you're driving the guy's line in front of you, you're never going to pass him. But it's so easy on corner entry if the guy has a different line than you to just follow exactly what his car does. So I'm going to try to just ignore him as best I can. The good news is I should catch back up to him in the draft. The bad news is the guy behind me is closer to me now than I am to the guy in front of me. Well, now we're about the same. You can't ask for much more than this in terms of what you want going into a race. Got good competition all around me, and I know I'll be punished on a mistake. That's interesting how it seems like this guy is, he's a little bit faster than me right where we're at now when I'm not in his draft. And coming down the mountain, I take it a good bit more aggressively than him, but it's not going to get me anything useful. Alright, here's where I... Oh no!
Car on your right. Clear
Sorry.
on the right.
That was my fault.
I don't actually... My sound is screwed up right now, so I can't actually hear any of you guys, but that was totally my fault, Justin. I'm sorry about that.
Car on your right.
All good. I think my car's okay.
Keep left. Clear on the right.
Alright, I'm going to be conservative here. I got my nerves working overtime right now. And as I was telling him, my sound is screwed up, so from what I can tell, I will actually have the audio of him talking to me, and I cannot hear it right now in game because I screwed up my audio cables. Nothing I can do about that in the middle of the race. Interesting that the dynamic of that, because I can't, not being able to hear what he said. I don't know how angry he was, because, sometimes you do something stupid like that and the guy just goes off on you, and sometimes the guy just goes on the mic and says, oh, I'm sorry, it's no problem, or whatever. I mean, I was just not giving him enough room. I should have noticed he was pretty conservative through the first couple laps, and I did not give him the room.
What was that, Taylor?
I was saying it looked like a good save out of that corner.
My line is a disaster through that final corner today. That, on the other hand, was about as well as I've ever hit that corner.
Car on your left. All clear, all clear.
Gotta get hung out to dry a little bit there. I was just about to say something about how conservative I plan on being, especially behind the guy that I rear-ended, but that was too big of a gap to pass up there. And I would imagine at some point he's going to get a good run on me off the elbow. Question is, can I get enough distance on him with my downhill speed to pull away, keep him out of my draft? Probably not. Man, this race is something else. Certainly more entertaining than the last one I recorded.
Five laps to go. Good job, man. You're back in third.
Oh, that was... Almost ran into this guy. I definitely have some nerves working right now. I'm not very focused. And I don't have a ton of practice, to be honest, on this track with people going the same speed that I do. Something to keep in mind when there's someone behind you, like I have right now. It's okay to kind of, like back there, that last corner, the cutting, I braked very, very early, gave this guy room to get his car sorted out, but it's not a big mistake on my part because there's nowhere for someone to get by me. You know, if I kind of park it in a corner to be safe, because I know I'll put a little bit of a gap on him down the hill here if things are, you know, if recent history holds, I'm faster down this hill than he is. Like, I put almost a full second on him that time down the hill. If I could just stop getting wheel hop and screwing up the elbow, I'd be pretty good for it. Should start thinking about where, if anywhere, I can get around the guy in front of me, you know, or... Because we've seen him make a mistake into two. I think I'm a little faster than him through here. I mean, that time I was... That's about as conservatively as I'll take that corner, and it seems like about his normal speed. Oh no, keep doing that. Keep getting on the gas just a little early there and running wide. And that was... I'm very slow off that corner, so I think Justin's going to get back in front of me here. Nope, it looks like I'll be able to hold it. It's twice now this guy's run wide there.
Car on your
I'll
left.
push it through here and see what happens.
Clear on the left.
I'll back off. There's just no room, especially around
Car
the
on your
outside
right.
there.
Clear on the
Speaking
right.
of no room. Having my audio messed up so I can't hear people talk, incidentally also means I cannot hear my spotter. I've got to keep reading the subtitles, which is just wonderful. That was good luck for me that they ended up getting caught in each other where they did. Because that gave me a free second getting around them and then forcing them to kind of sort themselves out too wide through the uphill. Bought me about a second. And I should be able, depending on how much he catches up in the drafter, I should buy a little more gap if I can hit this corner and not screw up the last corner.
That car is a lap down.
No, he nailed it. He's right on me. Just a question of whether there's going to be any room for him to get by me. And there likely will, depending on how we go through turn 1.
Good job, man. You're up to second.
That was pretty good for me. I was a little slow on entry and pretty fast on exit, though. Nice if this guy let me by, but looks like he's lifting. He's got a whole train to let by behind him, though. It'd be very nice if he just, stays in front of the guy behind him. Oh, I got mine, too. Oh, running a little wide. It's alright. I was a little nervous about that one. Clean air. Keep track of what's in front of me and nail over the mountain. I think will do me a lot of good here. I keep locking up that inside front going down that hill, which just screws everything up. Because when that wheel locks up and starts hopping, you get about half of the turning. Well, yeah, maybe you probably lose 20% of your turning force when that outside wheel is not working for you. That's something that early on practicing this track I was doing all the time. I had cleaned up, but it has crept back. My safety rating is going to be
2 laps to go.
tanked. Looks like an even gap all back behind me. The gap to the guy behind me and the gap to the guy behind him. So I'm hoping they battle before they battle themselves rather than Justin battling me. Don't think. See, it looks like I'm making up just enough ground over the mountain to keep him away on the straights. I'm just barely fast enough over the mountain coming down specifically to give myself about a 0.8 to 1 second gap, and that's just a little too much for them to close. Incidentally, I have noticed that I'm more conservative coming down the mountain now than I was when I was chasing someone. I don't think that's necessarily a mistake, but ugh, now they're gonna get by me. That was a massive mistake that's gonna cost my exit speed. So they'll probably get, I would think Justin will at least get side by side with me here. I'll protect the inside, which is really gonna be the outside up here.
Car on your
Forcing
left.
him onto the bad line.
Stay right. Still there.
Well, this is
Keep right
something.
there. All clear, all clear. All right, man. White flag at the line.
I got myself into a
Car on your
sandwich
left.
here.
Stay right. Clear on the left.
Now it's time to see if I can make up any ground on the last lap. Reversal of fortune. Let's get a good run through here. On the gas early. Let's go.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
So ideally here, I'm hoping for them to get side by side and for me to slip by. It's a bit optimistic to hope for that.
Got one on your right. All clear, all clear.
Just about ran into Jordan there. Jordan? Jaden? Can't even read. So fourth will be pretty good for me. They're side by side. Man, that's fun. I wish could come true. Nah, doesn't look like it. I have no intention of forcing the issue here in the last corner. I'm just going to brake very early and take it home. Well, we made it through Jane's addiction. And we survived. I'll see you guys next time.